First, the top headlines. Unable to supply adequate LPG to consumers due to acute shortage in availability in the state LPG distributors. Successful patent ductus arteriosus heart surgery conducted on 9-month-old kid at Sky Hospital. Truck drivers of petroleum products warn of cease work from August 1 amidst increased extortion along National Highway number 37. And Kotteshwar takes oath as Judge of Supreme Court of India. A very good evening. Welcome to ELITETV and you're watching Primetime English News. I'm your host, Chongtham, Amrita, and these are the news in details. During a sit-in protest held today at the Kaishampat Leimajam Laikai Community Hall, organized by LPG distributors of Imphal Valley, one LPG distributor, Maibam Surukamar, has stated that recently the distributors have been unable to provide the necessary supply of LPG as there is no adequate supply from the government and concerned authorities' side. He further stated that amidst such hard situation, no exorbitant or high unnecessary monetary demands by certain groups be stopped in the larger interest of the people of the state. Speaking during today's sit-in protest, Maibam Surukamar further stated that due to the current crisis, not only the law and order situation in the state has worsened, but the state has been facing acute economic crisis as well. In such a situation, making exorbitant and unrealistic monetary demands by certain armed groups is uncalled for. He further highlighted that unnecessary and unrelated threats have been on the rise, and the staffs and delivery agents have been compelled to refrain from attending offices and gas delivery service. He further highlighted that all the distributors were earlier able to provide gas cylinders for the consumers. However, with the outbreak of the fresh violence and recent flash floods, there has been acute shortage of supply of LPG, thereby resulting in shortage of supply to the consumers as well. He thus drew the attention of the concerned authorities to look into this matter at the earliest.
May 3rd, 2023 dagi irang lagi matung dagi law and order situation se pachilak tabaga noina da LPG distributors sing da yam da puthang ngam da demand yam toksilakwa adagi sum hengalakwa hai tare আজি বাসি সে মিট তবুদ কই ওয়াসিলাপা আদুনা সিগুমা দি বান ম্যাম সে খরা হান্ডোকপিউ নত্রগদি কই থবক সে সুম খাতা তবু ngam da bpm da lakpa koi gi ajik delivery chali ba mong se di koi ji ata put da monitor tawi masidi di black chat pa gi di sa si am lai tabra na khache du kana gumba koi mrakte toromba yawm moi hai pu hai pa ngamde aduna chu ma kai ma theng na be di masi mari le no return ticket piu masi public da phatta badana da koi gi image su am sokpa du ba kano ba activity amali masi mari le na ba authority nam ji chap chana ticket piraga masi phadok piu aina thamjage moi overlook tawe ba nacha aduna koi da masi gi awa bamba lai ba asina sai supply si improve tawdragadi masi continue tawgadi hena koi da awa moi ra kan maram lai ba.
A small 9-month-old baby boy weighing 7.9 kg from Thawal district with a large hole in heart called patent ductus arteriosus, which caused gross dilatation of the heart and severe pulmonary arterial hypertension, was operated successfully till midnight of 17 July at Sky Hospital. The child with his parents had traumatic journey that they had gone to Guwahati as per advice of the doctor to perform PDA device closure in CATH lab but failed. Afterwards, he was referred to a large hospital in Haryana where no proper advice either for device or surgery was given to the parents. So they came back to Manipur. The child's father heard about Sky Hospital and Research Center Private Limited through social media and came to Sky Hospital with the last hope for the life of his child. The child, who otherwise would not have survived, ultimately underwent the surgical closure of the PDA connecting aorta, which carries pure blood, with the pulmonary artery, which carries impure blood. Such an operation is usually a straightforward one, but for this small child, who underwent multiple failed attempts for device closure of the hole, had to undergo another operation in the groin called femoral artery cut-down operation to gain access to his femoral iliac arteries, which is a requirement for the surgical PDA closure. Hence, the operation took longer than usual. The child has recovered perfectly well and went home yesterday with his happy parents. Dr. Shyam Kishore Lyric Yangwam, Chairman and Chief Cardiologist of Sky Hospital, expressed his happiness and satisfaction at the successful closure of the life-threatening large PDA at this young age of 9 months after the parents took him to many big hospitals outside Manipur. He appealed to the people of Manipur to be aware of the availability of various high-standard life-saving machines, infrastructure, experienced manpower and full heart care team to provide treatment of various heart diseases for which Manipuris used to go outside Manipur before 2015, when Sky Hospital performed Manipur's first open heart surgery. Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court, Justice Nongmai Kapam Kotishwar Singh, today has taken oath of office and has become the first judge from Manipur to have been elevated to the Supreme Court of India. On the other hand, the acting chief of Madras High Court, R. Mahadevan, also took oath as a Supreme Court judge. Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, administered the oath. With their elevation as the Supreme Court judges, the top court will now function at full strength with 34 judges. This full strength will be maintained till September, at least till Justice Hima Kohli retires. The two judges were sworn in to fill in the recent vacancies that came up after Justice A.S. Bopanna and Justice Aniruddha Bose retired from the top court. Justices N. Kotishwar Singh and R. Mahadevan were on Tuesday elevated as judges of the Supreme Court of India. Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal announced the appointments on X. Once they take an oath, the top court will regain its sanctioned strength of 34, including the Chief Justice. Jammu and Kashmir's Chief Justice, Justice N. Kotishwar, has become the first judge from Manipur State to have been appointed to the top court. It may be mentioned here that the Supreme Court Collegium recommended their names on July 11. The 12th Manipur State Legislative Assembly's 6th session is set to commence from 31st July and scheduled to end on 12th August with 9 sittings. In this regard, Manipur Legislative Assembly Secretariat has issued provisional calendar of sittings where business, discussions and question hours will be taken up during the sittings, spanning over 9 sittings. The truck drivers of petroleum products has warned that the transportation of trucks along the National Highway number 37, Imphal-Jiribam Road, will be stopped by August 1 due to the extortion by unknown persons. The Consortium of Manipur Petroleum Products Transporters Fraternity, an apex body of the truck drivers and owners, has sent a memorandum to the Prime Minister demanding adequate security to the trucks. The association, in a statement, said that many armed miscreant groups frequently demanded money to the truck drivers of petroleum products along the National Highway number 37. The armed miscreants take Rs 6,200 from a round trip. About 150 trucks are plying along the Imphal-Jiribam Road per day. The miscreants used to collect a sum of Rs 9,30,000 illegally per day from the tankers. They collect a sum of Rs 22 crores and 32 lakh illegally per annum from the oil tankers. This amount has been given from the pockets of the truck drivers. If this amount was not given, the miscreants frequently broke the glasses of the vehicle and other parts. They also throw stones to the oil tankers. The association drew the attention of the concerned authority to stop such extortion, it added. The ongoing crisis at Dhanamandjuri University may reach a conclusion today as authorities are set to announce the names of the new Vice-Chancellor, Registrar and Controller of Examinations. As per reports, the emergency meeting of the Syndicate of Dhanamandjuri University is being scheduled at 11 a.m. of July 18 at the Conference Hall of Dhanamandjuri University. The meeting will be held to discuss for the declaration of results of recruitment of various posts, teaching and non-teaching in the Dhanamandjuri University. Earlier on July 17, the National Students' Union of India NSUI Manipur unit voiced its support for the ongoing hunger strike by students of Dhanamandjuri University aimed at addressing the staffing crisis at the institution. Representatives from the NSUI Manipur unit have joined the protest, now relocated to the community hall of Thangriban Maisnam Laikai to increase public awareness. Previously held at the university's administration block, the protest was moved to the community hall to draw more attention to the critical issues facing the university. NSUI National Secretary Muhammad Kabir Rahman highlighted the hardships faced by DMU students due to the lack of essential staff and affirmed that the protest would persist until their demands are met. The hunger strike, which began on July 9, demands the appointment of a regular Vice-Chancellor, Registrar, Controller of Examinations and other necessary teaching and non-teaching staff to address the university's administrative and educational deficiencies. Manipur police arrested Khangenbam Sanaton alias Sanaton Basing, 53, in connection with the murder of Mirangi Chiru, an individual from the Chiru tribe. Further, the accused was produced before the court of the JMFC Imphal West 1 and remanded to 8 days of police custody. Confirming the same, the Manipur police on its X handle wrote, in connection with the murder of Mirangi Chiru on 15th July, Manipur police arrested one individual identified as Khangenbam Sanaton at Sanaton Basing, 53 years. He was later produced before the court of the Honorable JMFC Imphal West 1 and remanded to 8 days police custody. Further efforts are ongoing to apprehend the other suspects involved in the case. Mirangi Chiru, a resident of Kangchup Chiru, was reportedly tortured to death by miscreants. The tragic incident, which occurred on July 15, has left the community in a state of profound grief and sorrow. Efforts are ongoing to apprehend the other suspects involved in the case. Meanwhile, family members and relatives of Mirangi Chiru are calling on the authorities to expedite the investigation and immediately bring those responsible to justice. Meanwhile, the dead body of MS Mirangi Chiru, 45 years of Kangchup Chiru, has been taken from Rims Morgue today for the last rituals. The last rituals will be performed this evening at his village, Kangchup Chiru, bordering Imphal West and Kangpopi district. Representatives of UNC, RNPO, Haumi Federation, Naga Women's Union, Chiru Naga Women's Union and villagers of the neighboring villages will attend the last ritual of MS Mirangi Chiru. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has confirmed the collection of biometric details from 24 individuals of Myanmar origin in the Technopal district of Manipur. The move is part of a broader effort to identify illegal immigrants from the neighboring country. A combined team of state police, Assam Rifles personnel and government officials conducted a search in Govajang village More, where they identified and recorded biometric data for these individuals. And Biren Singh posted on Facebook that the search, led by officials including MD Ijaj of Technopal and SDO More, aims to re-verify and re-identify residents in the area. Previously halted due to violence, the identification process resumed last July, and Biren Singh expressed gratitude to security personnel and officials for their efforts. He also noted future biometric exercises would continue in More and adjacent areas. Manipur's 398-kilometer borders with Myanmar is mostly unfenced, but work is underway to secure it. Maisnam Lalini has expressed that the art and tradition of handicraft and other forms of art and crafts of our state must be taught to our younger generations to promote it cumulatively. Recipient of various national awards in the field of handicrafts and other arty works, Maisnam Lalini from Wangkai Yonglan Lerak has expressed her desire of promoting and projecting our age-old tradition of handicrafts, including weaving of traditional attires, which is... Let's take a short moment. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. Let's continue. Including weaving of traditional attires, which is now on the verge of extinction. Sapi Lanpi, which is the royal attire worn by kings of Manipur, is intricately woven and even presented brave and courageous people as a mark of respect and appreciation of their acts of bravery in olden times. The royal Safi Lanfi includes intricately woven 10 symbols based on the ancient story of Khoisnam Lairo. The interwoven symbols include horse, elephant, fish, Kambatoibi, tooth, sun, peacock, buffalo, horn, and spear. Here is an exclusive report from our ELITETV reporter Sana Hemam and video journalist Loya Chungkham.
Aina hiding in an echo. Moise listening a man, the onion piraga, P. Luanchilla, or have more Hajagan and everyone can never. Oji Alang in the Zupasadum, sang a Haina Kaleta Moise the Qua. I do not Tamchilla, I body Hay Tammy among the Wipsapang with the Na. Haigaditam, Haigadi loaning nevermore. I do a quay market, it's out the Badina, Chidi, Lazy Hybersu, Pangdabi. Yon ye haisu sitabi thira kande hek lak pagumba ana koi contact to them in the jetana ka na wangai pi mai ton tong de wangai pi na lupa sam chan janga lupa sin tan bang kon yole koi la lon hen am chaw shen dong yam leita ba koi aroma je lupa sama pan dang pi ba kwa adu pi de lising ani di pi chang thok ra ni adi bhara ne lising adu lising am ga lising ani changa lising ani chai pi ga wo cham chani chma mai tum sai hin to ba ai sujar budi I suggest would the single within Panjatana. I don't shooting on political swimming never.
Now let's take a short break. We will return with more news updates. Stay tuned.
PC Allied Health Institute, Khongmanjon 2, Imphal East Manipur, affiliated to Bharat Sevak Samaj, National Development Agency, promoted by Government of India and authorized career counselor of Om Sterling Global University, Hisar, Haryana. Mafam asida tambayaba course adudi BSc in Radiology and Imaging Technology, Diploma in X-ray Technology, BSc or Diploma in Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc or Diploma in Operation Theatre Technology, BSc or Diploma in Optometry, BSc and Diploma in Dialysis, BSc or Diploma in Physiotherapy, BSc in Cardiovascular Technology, BSc in Dietitian and Nutrition, Diploma in ECG, Diploma in Autism Spectrum Disorder Education, Diploma in Rehabilitation Psychology. Institute asida khudong chaba kharasu thamjari madudi ahan balakpa satra tarada 20% discount pizari relief camp dagi lakpa satra singi diploma course admission gi oina 50% discount pizari kanalai zadraba natraga orphan aids dagi lakpa satra mangagi admission gi oina free of cost ta tambagi khudong chaba su pizari nupa amasung nupi gi leinanaba hostel gi facility su pizari institute asigi oina course amagi 30 seat capacity khaktamak oijagani matam ga junaraba smart class clinical practice at reputed hospital or diagnostic center singda hakhenana tambagi khudong chabasu pizari hairiba course asi tamba loiraga job placement gi khudong chabasu pizari akupa marogi dama contact number 7641934366 email id pcalliedhealthinstitute@gmail.com da pau phawiraknaba khanghanjari athuba matamda registration tawbiduna khudong chabasing asi lobi hongnaba ningsingjari.
up for the future with Quantum University. Write your success story with our new age programs that shall be amongst the top 3 most rewarding careers in India and across the globe in the next decade. One of the reasons why Quantum is a leading private university in India is these world-class partnerships, which makes it stand out among the rest.
Updates. Banned military outfit Sorepa, in a release issued today, has condoled the untimely demise of its cadre, Sarungbam Milan Elias Tauba, son of late Sarungbam Nongyai Meitei and Sarungbam Ongbi Ibeton Laima from Yaripok Yame Makhalikai. The release stated that deceased cadre Sarungbam Milan Elias Tauba expired on 16 July due to health problems. The release applauded the efforts and sacrifices of late Sarungbam Milan in their fight against the illegal Koki militants and also upheld his dedicated obedience to the rules and regulations of the group. The outfit has expressed its deepest condolences and further expressed that they share the sorrow of the brave departed soul. Manipur Hockey president and editor and publisher of the local daily Naharolgi Thaudang, Khoirom Loyalakpa, was attacked by an unidentified armed individual on Tuesday at around 12 a.m. in his Kontha Khabam Lai Haraubam residence, which is under the jurisdiction of the Haingang police station in the Imphal East district. Manipur Hockey is urging people to resist this unprovoked attack. They have stated that the call on everyone to avoid using violence and to try to resolve any issues through dialogue. The only course of action is dialogue. Intimidation and violence have no place in our society. Moving on, the annual religious rituals of Ibudho Purei Romba and Ibendho Ipetelaima was held today at the campus of CC Higher Secondary School, Sanjantong, Imphal. Representatives of Sanakong Uttara Sanglen and Angom clan attended the occasion. In this regard, Angom Poireton, chief of Angom clan, expressed that Ibudho Purei Romba was the predecessor of the Angom clan. He was the supreme god of the Angom clan. Many kings of Angom clan worshipped him for giving power as well as peace and harmony. Sanjantong area was the birthplace of the Angom. Laishemba Sanajauba MP Rajya Sabha gave the permission for the rituals of the Ibudho Purei Romba and Ibendho Petelaima at the campus of CC Higher Secondary School, Sanjantong, in 2018. Such rituals will be performed every year, he added.
In 2018 dagi akoigi ido amubi hana ngom ningthoi biramana mana lebjing bituna akoina ngasi kainoge akoige sangle na si sajabangam mani sajabangam ba sidagi akoi angom cha sing ading lepak praja mayam lengaktuna koige khanil khuningi koina thohang jaba sida khoram biri masi yamna koige da dungai jaba phawe amana angom ningthoi si koige di lepak ke di yamna kai toba kainoni po phibam ne position ni tawriba se akoi ke kaigom ma lepa ke koi sana konungi karino amma tawba matamda angom ning thau ka yaudaba yate aduna angom thongna koi ke kainonda phammaga phamenda phammaga ning thau yauna adumani tawi aduga function thabak tawriba khudima pangthoi aduga khudimuktasu akoi ke angom ning thau sina kaigumba akoige ining thona chathokpa hangam daba matamda leibaki kari thabo engkang thogwai myam taw matamda ining tho na taw yaw bangam daba matamda angom ning tawna mahut sillaga loina pangthok ne duga loina na akoige yei cha manipur da thabo engkang tawbiri ba khoi icha khurima mating thokna iting thokna thabak sujaba ngamba adu akoina Ibudho Purei Romba Ibendho Petelaima mapamda nijeri
ngasi yai pharaba Engengi Tarani 20 Panba Saichat Lishingani Kunmari Numilasida Masi Ibudho Purei Rombagi Kum Chahigi Kumgi Oiba Thoram Pangthok Chabani Akoigi Ibudhogi Kubamasi Hana Mamangai Matamda Ningtho Mayam Ningtho Maitingu Sing Angom Ningtho Sing Palingi Matamda Angongi Yumpham Kubamoni Leramba Mapamni Adubu Matangi Matungina Yam Lairudraba Matunda Hantak Saichat
Lising ani Tani Panda Kai Kumnazara by Ningto, December Sanazo Wigi, Nayauna, Equa Mohana, Equayam Jexale, Gi, Equaido Poleromigi Sanglesi, Equay Amuk, Sangaduna, Matang Chatara putting a sisu, Lieutenant Hadazari, Masigi Vidogi, Polido Poleromigi, and Lak Pasida, Sahiga, Lekaki Tamil Milak Pasida, Lamdamasida Toliva, Noaitava, Taudoxing, Punamak, Ibidona, Taujan Bidana, My Paco, or Sunu, I from Tanzer.
Federal Students Organization Kanglei Park FESOC, in a release issued today, has stated that in its continuous drive of bringing quality education in the state and also trying to streamline the education sector by finding out teachers who are working at more than one place or institution, they have found more than one teacher. They have found one more teacher, namely Chongtham Jayasen, serving as assistant professor in the Department of Physics at T.S. Paul Manipur Women College. He has been found to be employed at Don Bosco College, Mau Maram, under Senapati District as assistant professor at Department of Physics. FESOC has thus drawn the attention of the state government to look into this matter of teachers getting double employment in order to streamline the education sector. Further, FESOC also urged all concerned teachers and individuals to resign from either of the employments at the two educational institutions at the earliest. The Supreme Court on July 18 directed the National Testing Agency (NTA) to publish complete results of NEET UG 2024 on their website city-wise and center-wise and mask the identity of the candidates by 12 p.m. on July 20. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justices J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra was hearing a batch of petitions over alleged irregularities in NEET UG exam, following which senior advocate Narendra Huda, representing the petitioner, called for the results of all students to be declared to bring in some transparency. The Solicitor General argued that the entire results are not published and it is the personal property of the students, to which CJI Chandrachud asked, "Why can't you have dummy roll members in a sequence center-wise?" The court asked the NTA to publish the marks obtained by students in the NEET UG 24 exam, ensuring that the identity of the students is not revealed after hearing both sides. What is happening is the fact that there is a leak at Patna and Hazaribagh is admitted. The question papers have been disseminated. We want to ensure whether this was confined to those centers or widespread. Students are at a handicap because they don't know the results. We want the students' identity to be masked, but let us see center-wise what was the mark pattern, CJI Chandrachud said as per media reports. The Supreme Court will continue the hearing on alleged irregularities on July 22. For Elite TV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to Elite TV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Unable to supply adequate LPG to consumers due to acute shortage in availability in the state, LPG distributors. Successful patent ductus arteriosus heart surgery conducted on 9-month-old kid at Sky Hospital. Truck drivers of petroleum products warn of cease work from August 1 amidst increased extortion along National Highway number 37. And Koteshwar takes oath as Judge of Supreme Court of India. Well, that's all the news we have for tonight. Thank you for watching ELITETV News. This is signing off. Until then, have a good